I'm Stephanie Maseko with Breyer. Breyer started in 1950, and we've been creating beautiful model horses of all the different breeds and disciplines. And we're celebrating that history with our Premier Series. The Premier Series celebrates the artistry of Breyer. And what do I mean by that? Every Breyer model horse is sculpted by hand. We start with a concept and an idea. Do we want this particular, say, dressage horse to be standing proud? Do we want him to be in a piaffe? Is the extended trot the most well-known gait for that particular dressage horse? So we look at all of the different poses, and once that's finalized, then we will start with a wire armature, and our artists will then craft each model from scratch in clay. As the clay horse takes place, we'll usually have interaction with breed specialists or a particular horse owner to find out if we're on track with capturing not only the proper conformation or build of that horse, but also his personality and the expression. The one thing that's really important to us for every Breyer model is that they need to come to life. The horse's eyes have to draw you in. There's always a level of, authenticity, a level of genuineness, a level of almost breathability in bringing a Breyer horse to life. So as we go through the process and the clay is then approved, we then move on to our tooling engineers who are going to put together what we call an injection molded tool, and that is what creates all of our cellulose acetate models that you see in each of our Breyer horses in the line. For our Premier Series, what's really cool is that if you are a member and you need to sign up by the closing date, which usually is December 31st of the previous year, in each Premier Series you're going to get 3 brand new authentic sculptures. We will commission artists to highlight a particular breed, such as the Akhal-Teke, or you can see our Jumping Warmblood here, or also Hamilton, who is our American Saddlebred. These are some of the horses that have been part of Breyer's Premier Club, and we're really, really excited about them. The artists start from scratch with trying to figure out what the right pose is, and then bringing them to life in clay. And then as we develop them as Breyer models, we then are going to be looking at creating the deco to be as intricate as possible for the Premier Series. So not only do Premier members receive the first hot off the press sculptures from Breyer, but then they also receive a finish work or coat color or decoration that is unique to the club. So only club members will receive these models, and they're packed in a beautiful gift box which showcases on the back the story of the creation of that model, the sketch, the clay, the final production, who was the deco artist, who was the sculpting artist. And in some cases, the sculptor also is the deco artist. For example, with Bristol, our jumper here, Morgan Kilborn, designed not only the sculpture, but also the beautiful pinto pattern on him. And then from there, we create our production painting techniques, which are really intricate in order to bring out things like the incredible dappling on the horse, the mapping on the pinto patterning, the tricolored eyes, all of the little bells and whistles that we put into our models. They're all hand created and assembled. Our artisans, every model takes about a cycle time of a minute in order to be molded. They're then bonded together, the two halves, buffed and scraped and prepared for painting. So there's a lot of handwork in the creation of every Breyer model. Then it goes to our painters, and our painters are going to layer on the colors. They're going to, for example, with this beautiful buckskin, layer in a lighter color underneath, taking darker buckskin coloration and creating more shading and shadows, then adding some of the subtle dappling. After that, of course, the darker muzzle, the shading on the mane and tail, all of those types of things are done by hand, and it's something that we do for every single piece that we create, not only for the Premier Series, but the majority of the Breyer line, but we take extra special attention for Premier. Premier horses also come with a certificate of authenticity, which commemorates, again, the craftsmanship and how they were created. They come in a beautiful embroidered drawstring bag, and again, the collectible gift box, which tells the story of each of these models. Go to BreyerHorses.com to learn more about the Premier Club and how you might become a member next year.